right. Okay, does everyone hear that? Yes. The live streaming, you have to use the microphone, okay, so that they can tell what you know what you're saying, as long as it's relevant and you want them to hear.
The red means it's on.
All right, let's start. All right, my name is Richard Jerzak, okay? This is a meeting in the South Kingstown, Rhode Island Zoning Board of Review. Members present, Robert Cagnetta, John Bernardo, Richard Jerzak, Thomas Daniels, okay, and William Rosen, okay? Also present are Wayne Pimentel, South Kingstown Zoning Official, okay? Jessica Spence, South Kingstown Administrative Support Associate, and Attorney Amy Goins, our attorney, okay? All right, the way this thing works is there's 7 members on the board, okay, 7 regular members and 2 alternate members, okay? The regular members vote if they are here, or they vote unless they all, if they are here, they can also recuse themselves if they have a conflict of interest or something like that, okay? Today, okay, one of our regular members has quit, okay, Michael Henry, so we only have 4 regular members. We do have the 2 alternates, okay, so what would have happened is William Mark would have been the first alternate voting, but since William is not here, then William Rosen, who is our second alternate, will vote. So everybody here will vote today, all right? All right, you're here for one of 2 reasons, okay, either to request a variance, okay, or to request a special use permit. Okay, this board is a quasi-judicial body created by South Kingstown Ordinance pursuant to state law. We don't follow the strict rules of evidence, and we operate in what we believe to be a fair and equitable manner. We allow everyone to speak as long as what you're saying is relevant. Okay, we want to hear from you. Okay, when your petition is called, please come forward and clearly state your name and spell it for the stenographer. Please speak into the microphone again, because we've got live streaming going on here. Please speak clearly into the microphone so everyone in the room can hear you. You will be asked to take an oath to tell the truth. You will then present your petition. You may also have other witnesses testify in support of your petition. The board members will then ask you questions, okay, or ask questions of your witnesses. Now, please understand this. The reason we're asking questions is we're not trying to catch you, okay? What we're trying to do is that in order for us to grant the relief that you're requested, okay, the only authority we have is in the zoning ordinance. The zoning ordinance gives us specifics that we have to find in order to grant the variance or the special use permit. So when we ask the questions, we're not trying to be, nasty. We're not trying to catch you. What we're trying to do is fill in the blanks, okay, so we can grant it if it's appropriate, okay? All right. After the petitioner is done, anyone else wishing to present testimony in support or opposition to the petition or ask questions will then come to the microphone, identify themselves, be sworn in, and present their testimony. Board members may again ask questions. Once all have spoken, petitioner shall be allowed to answer questions raised by the audience and/or respond to audience comments. After hearing all testimony, before a vote is taken, board members will be asked to openly discuss the evidence presented. With regard to variances and special use permits, that's what we have today, 4 of the 5 members voting must vote in favor of the petition for the relief sought to be granted. Okay, so you need 4 votes to win here. Okay? All right, now just very quickly, and I'm not going to go into great depth on this, but for those of you who haven't had a lot to do with these matters before, these things that we're looking for, okay, with regard to variance or special use permits, I'm going to go over very quickly. If you're asking for a variance, okay, you have to show certain things. The first is that you have a hardship due to the unique characteristics of the subject land or structure. Number 2, that the hardship is not the result of any prior action on your part. Number 3, that the granting of the variance will not alter the general character of the surrounding area. Number 4, that the relief requested is the least necessary. And number 5, if it's something called a dimensional variance, and dimensional variance is everything that's not a use variance, okay? And a use variance is if you want to use your property for something different than it's zoned for, okay? So a dimensional variance is something like you're asking for relief from a side yard or a rear yard requirement, okay? So if you're asking for a dimensional variance, you must also show that the hardship that will be suffered if the variance is not granted shall amount to more than a mere inconvenience. Now, if you're looking for a special use permit, you have to show three things. That the special use permit you are requesting is specifically authorized by the zoning ordinance. Number two, that the special use requested meets all the criteria set forth in the zoning ordinance authorizing such special use. And number three, that the granting of the special use permit will not alter the general character of the surrounding area or impair the intent or purpose of the South Kingstown zoning ordinance or comprehensive plan. Now, please, we will lead you through this. Trust me on that. So if it seems like it's incredible, you know, that you're not going to meet all these tests, someone will ask you. All right, let's get going here. The first petition, continuation of the petition of Alfred Constantino, I believe has been withdrawn. Okay, he sent an email that says, Jessica, this was dated February 11th, okay, from Al Constantino, okay. Jessica, please accept this email to formally withdraw my application to the Zoning Board of Review. I've decided to renovate the cottage. Respectfully, Al Constantino. Amy, is that good enough for withdrawal? Yes. That's fine? We don't need a motion or anything. It's just gone. So be it. That one's gone. See how I'm going through these quickly? Next one. Petition of Island Deli Sandwich Shop, C.O. Michael Bucci. Now, I understand that one. They did not do their filings, Jessica? Too late. So we want that to go over for a month. Okay? Will someone make a motion on that?
A motion to continue the matter of Island Deli Sandwich Shop, and I'll read it into the record. Care of Michael Bucci, 231 Old Tower Hill Road, Wakefield, for a special use permit under the zoning ordinance as follows. The applicant is seeking to obtain alcohol service with the existing restaurant use. The lot size is 1.707 acres. A special use permit is required per the zoning ordinance, Section 301, Schedule of Use Regulations, and Section 907, Standards of Relief. The owner is George Gaber, Jr. for premises located at 231 Old Tower Hill Road, South Kingstown, Assessors Map 57-2, Lot 43, and is zoned commercial highway. Use code is 56-1, a restaurant with alcohol, and the petitioner has asked that the matter go over until 1 month, until March 18th, and I so move.
Okay, motion made by Mr. Daniels. Will someone second it?
I'll second.
Okay, second by Mr. Cagnetta. Any discussion? All right, let's vote. Okay, Mr. Daniels?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Cagnetta?
Aye.
Mr. Bernardo? Aye. Mr. Rosen?
Aye.
Mr. Jerzak? Aye. Okay, motion passes, so it goes over for 1 month. Okay? Next petition. Petition of Armand and April Perez. I apologize if I got the names wrong. 324 Abbey Drive, Cumberland, Rhode Island, 02864 for a special use permit under the zoning ordinance as follows. The applicant is seeking to replace the existing mobile home and enclosed screen porch with a new structure. Lot size is 18.29 acres. A special use permit is required per zoning ordinance Section 608 Coastal Community Overlay District and Section 907 Standards of Relief. Owner of the structure is Armand and April Perez for premises located at 854 Matunic Beach Road, Cottage 162, on property owned by Carpenters Beach Meadow, Inc., Assessors Map 92-2, Lot 55-162, and is split zoned R20 and CN commercial neighborhood. Come on up. Would you give us your names, okay, and spell them, and I'm going to swear you in, and then you can start.
Sure. Good evening, Armand Pyrus. First name is A-R-M-A-N-D. Last name is P as in Peter, I-R-E-S.
And I'm April Pyrus, A-P-R-I-L-P-I-R-E-S.
Okay, both raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us what you want to do.
So, as noted in the application, we are looking to remove the trailer that's been in place for a significant number of years and demolish the screened-in porch that's attached to the trailer and replace both of those structures with a cottage and an attached screened-in porch.
Okay, all right. That it?
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Okay, I was there today, by the way. I think it'll look nice there, okay? Can I ask you, Wayne, just tell us about this. This is the 1.5 rule here, right? Can be 1.5 times the size of the existing? Okay, so remind on that. And is anything else we should know? No?
The square footage of both the trailer and the screened-in porch are actually at or below what's currently exists, or the proposed in the drawings that you have are actually at or below square footage that currently exists.
Now, the clearance between the properties on either side, are you changing that at all, or is it the same?
No, it's roughly the same. We tried to create, as close to what the current sort of footprint looks like. There's a slight change in the shape. Obviously, a trailer is long and narrow, and the screened-in porch sort of comes off the side. We're looking at a structure that's essentially 18 feet by 28 feet in total, with half of that being the screened-in porch.
Okay, all right. Board members?
Just a question on one of the exhibits. I guess, Wayne, you can answer this. The owner authorized agent, is that the owner of the property that submitted that form?
Yeah, that's correct. That's Carpenter Meadows.
Okay.
There you have to provide us permission that they have to basically replace their cottage. That's pretty standard.
Thank you. John?
I was going to ask that, it's in the exhibit package, oh, there it is. Okay, so they're on board, they've seen the drawings.
Right. So they actually looked at the drawings before we had permission to proceed with an application to the town.
Okay, anyone else, gentlemen?
And if I were to summarize by saying that the existing screen and trailer the screen is 253 square feet, the trailer is 256,
That's right.
and then the new screened in is 252, so a square foot smaller, and then the trailer is 252 as well, so, or not the trailer, but the main house.
I appreciate you calling it a main house.
Yeah, sorry. And the trailer is, or compared to the trailer, it's 4 square feet smaller.
Correct.
The new house. So, in effect, it's all 5 square feet smaller than it is.
Right.
And there's no second floor or anything planned?
No second floor. It's going to be open, structured roof joists, essentially, with no ability to put a loft in. I know that that's a concern for the folks at Carpenter's Beach.
How does that hook into a septic system? What happens over there?
So the Carpenter's Beach Meadow has a septic system that's
Okay.
there already that we're connected to.
Okay.
It's Wayne probably knows more about this than I do, but it's for the entirety of the campground, essentially, so we would then connect back into that.
All right. Questions?
Same applies to the other utilities, electric, water.
Correct.
You're not extending or reducing the dimension between the existing building and where you are now?
So the folks on either side of us?
Right.
Right, no. So on the
Sidelines remain the same?
sidelines remain the same. Actually, it improves, I think, on one side.
Okay. Anything else? All right. Okay. Anybody have any issues? No? Okay. Anything else you want to tell us?
No.
We've got plenty of time here tonight.
I know the light agenda,
Draw
but I
this
think...
out, you know? I got to make this worthwhile.
There you go.
No?
No,
Anything
I think
else?
we're good. Thank you.
All right. Then thank you very much. Okay. Is there anyone in the audience who wants to speak in favor or opposition to this petition? Okay. Well, I hear nobody. What do you think, gentlemen? Let's just decide. Anyone have any issues first? No. Anybody? Go for it. Okay, go ahead. Make your motion, John.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the petition of Armin and April Pires, 324 Abbey Drive, Cumberland, Rhode Island, for a special use permit under the zoning ordinance as follows. The applicant is seeking to replace the existing mobile home and enclosed screen porch with a new structure. Lot size is 18.9 acres. The special use permit is required under Section 608, our Coastal Community Overlay District, and of course 907, our Standards of Relief. The owner of the structure is Armin and April Pires, for premises located at 854 Matunic Beach Road, Cottage 162, on property owned by Carpenter's Beach Meadow. Assessors map 92-2, lot 55-162. This is a split zone R20 CN commercial neighborhood. Applicants appeared here before the board tonight. They provided proof that the owner has consented to the plans, which essentially requires the removal of the existing trailer and screened-in porch, and in its place, the applicants are going to construct a home, a cottage. And in fact, the cottage with its own screen porch will have a less of a footprint than the existing trailer and screen porch. The applicants also indicated that the distance between the cottages, the existing cottages to the left and right of the proposed structure will remain the same, if not even a little bit more. And of course, that's always the concern of the board, to make sure there's enough room there for utility vehicles, emergency vehicles to get in and out of there. This is a special use because it is a single lot and one building, many structures on this single lot. The use meets all the criteria set forth in the subsection of the ordinance authorizing the special use. The granting of the special use will not alter the general character of the surrounding area or impair the intent or purpose of the ordinance or comprehensive plan. The board has considered ingress and egress, as we discussed, as well as the utilities in the form of electric, water, and in this case septic, which will all be tied in by the owner. The petition, as approved, will incorporate and include the drawings as submitted by the applicants, and also the applicants must be mindful that they have to be in compliance with the Coastal Community Overlay District. And I'm not going to read the requirements of that unless I'm asked to, but I would suggest that they stay in touch with our building inspector toward that end. So with that said, I move that we approve the petition as submitted.
Okay, motion made by Mr. Bernardo. Will someone second it?
Second.
Okay. Second. Okay, I'm gonna let Mr. Rosen second it, because I heard that one first. Okay? All right. You know what, I'm wondering, did I ask anybody?
Yes, you did.
Okay, all right. Okay. So we had a motion made by Mr. Bernardo. It's been seconded by Mr. Rosen. Okay. Discussion. Anybody?
Seems straightforward.
Anyone have any issues? All right, then let's vote. Here we go. This is going to be quick again. Okay, Mr. Bernardo.
Aye.
Mr. Rosen.
Aye.
Mr. Cagnetta.
Aye.
Mr. Daniels.
Aye.
Mr. Jerzak. Aye. Okay. Motion passes. Good luck. Okay? That was easy, right? And we're not too intimidating. All right, next one. I feel like there's something wrong here. We're almost done. What are we doing?
We have a menu here. We can order.
What do we order out? Go ahead. We're not going to earn our $20. All right. Petition of Dennis and Gail Purinton. Well, I do butcher names. P.O. Box 418, Granby, Connecticut 06035 for a dimensional variance under the zoning ordinance as follows. The applicant is proposing to construct an addition to the existing single-family dwelling. The lot is a non-conforming lot of record with reduced setback requirements. The proposed addition will be located 5.3 feet from the right side property line. The required side yard setback is 10 feet. Relief of 4.7 feet is requested. The addition will also be located 14.4 feet from the rear property line, okay? The required rear setback is 30 feet. Relief of 15.6 feet is requested, okay? Relief of lot coverage is also requested. The total proposed lot coverage is 43%, which exceeds the 25% maximum. Lot size is 0.09 acres. A dimensional variance is required per zoning ordinance section 207, nonconforming lots of record, building setback requirements, section 401, table of dimensional regulations, and section 907, standards of relief. The owners are Dennis and Gail Purinton for premises located at 41 Kingston Avenue, South Kingstown, Rhode Island, Assessors Map 35-4, Lot 23, and is zoned R20. How are you, sir? Okay, give us your name, okay, and spell it, please.
Dennis Purinton, it's Dennis, P as in Peter, Urin, T as in Tom, O-N.
Okay, are you going to testify as well, ma'am? Then give us your name and...
Gail Purinton, G-A-Y-L, P-U-R-I-N-T-O-N.
Okay, will you guys raise your right hands? Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, tell us what you want to do.
Basically, we'd like to generate a single-floor living space, make it a little bit more age-in-place friendly. Right now, we have two sets of stairs that access it. One is directly from the street. It's fairly steep. And the other set of stairs that are inside the building, allowing us to enter the house, is through the basement. And I took a couple pictures.
Okay, you have, what do you have, copies of, there's 4 copies?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to mark this as Proponents Exhibit 1, or Applicants Exhibit 1. And this is the way to get up to the bedroom?
There are two entrances, basically one from the driveway that goes into the basement. Those stairs that are on there, the circular stairs, go from the basement to the first floor. So that is my second entrance to it. The other entrance is the second page, which is the front steps, which start at the street. Then I have a relatively small landing, and then up another set of stairs to get in. And in the proposed addition, we're proposing to put in an elevator and to make a new master bathroom and bedroom area that is, I'm not going to say handicapped accessible, but a lot closer than what I have right now.
You have right now, huh?
I mean, I spent the morning at the doctor's office telling him, or him telling me that I need 2 hip replacements.
The bedroom is upstairs, is that?
Right now, the 2 bedrooms that are in the house are upstairs.
Okay.
And the existing bathroom is quite outdated. I think, if I remember right, the tub is still pink. It needs some serious work. So in the process of updating everything, we'll move the bathroom out.
Do you intend to retire here eventually, or no? Yep.
Hopefully.
Or maybe, hopefully, okay. Okay.
I'm not about to invest as much money into this and never use it.
All right. What else you got to tell us?
Basically, we're just applying for a side and rear yard variance.
What's in the, I was over there today, and you've got like a shed back there. Is the shed staying?
No, all of what you see in the rear actually comes down. That porch and that, I don't even know what you want to call that, that's got that little fiberglass
Yeah, what
roof
is
on
that?
it. That will become part of the new structure. If you look at the drawings, it shows existing and what I'm proposing. All of that comes off.
I didn't go back
That
there
always
because
there.
we don't do that unless there was
Yeah.
someone there. But
Right.
but I could see back there, so that's all going to come off, you see.
That's all coming off. If you look at the drawings, you'll see that I think on the drawing that I did,
Yep. You have the, hang on.
Dennis?
Yeah, you got to speak in.
The first page of the drawings, it says existing porch with storage below, and then the new areas. That existing porch comes off, and that all becomes this new addition out here.
What is the, presently in the rear, what's the distance between your rear property line, and what's it going to be? You're taking, in other words, at the moment, it's,
At the moment, it's 22.4,
okay, and what's it going to end up in the end?
14.8.
14.8, okay, all right.
And the reason for the side yard change in the drawings is
Again, so she can hear. Are you getting this?
is that apparently whoever put the original porch on the back of the house is not square to the house. So when you square up the addition, you lose 1/10 to the side yard.
Right, and on the side yard, you're really only going, you're not going a whole lot further than where the existing house is right now.
1/10.
1/10, okay.
Yes, a little over an inch.
Oh.
And it's only because the existing is not square to the building. Believe me, that's
All right, well, we
minor compared to what I've been through.
Okay. Okay, why don't you get back up so we don't want to, the stenographer. Okay, do you have anything else to tell us?
It's pretty
I
simple.
think we know what you want.
Yes.
Okay? All right, go ahead, gentlemen. Questions?
Have you spoken with the abutters, and they're aware, obviously, by the mailing, they're aware of your intentions?
Yes.
Has
Can
anyone?
I add something on that?
Yeah.
When I was there, parked in front of your house, a lady ran out. Karen Human, who lives next door, and she was very supportive of this. So she lives on the side too, Bob. That
Should I
is
say
on, that this, she lives right here.
5-4,
Yeah.
Lot 22.
So she's.
You made a friend next door. That's good.
Let me. She's more than a friend. She's actually my daughter. She called me this afternoon and said, "Dad, I didn't tell him who I was." I said, "Karen, I'm not going to hide who you are." They actually purchased the house next to me after we bought.
After we bought that.
Yes. So my grandkids live next door.
There was a fence between the two houses. We took it down. So the
What-
grandkids could run over.
What about the neighbor in the back? Anybody speak to him?
The house is rented. I know Mike. I believe those people actually live in Florida. I haven't talked to him.
Not sure if this gentleman, you're okay. Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay.
It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on up here, sir. What did you just say? And tell us who you are, by the way. I shouldn't have done that, but just tell us who you are.
Richard Rochette. I'm from Edwards Avenue.
Okay, spell your name.
Rochette.
Okay. Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, now tell us what you just said a minute ago.
Oh, the Bannons are down in Florida, and Debbie Bannon, who owns the house, her husband's down there. She's teaching right now. She needs another year of teaching to get into the pension system right now, but she's the one that probably received the notice. And it's right, as you said, Mike is fine and is renting that house right now.
Okay. All right. Okay, thank you.
And I have no objections. I just came to see what was going on.
All right. Anyone else? Gentlemen.
There's already a basement in there?
The existing
That's with the
main
spiral
house.
staircase?
Yes, the existing main house has a basement in it. The underneath the porch, I suspect at some point in time that was a deck. I can tell you this much. I do know all the lumber that's in that is used. So it's got to come off no matter what.
Yeah.
There is no question. Or it will come off on its own, one of the two. And then it was enclosed at a later date, and part of underneath it is, I don't even know what you want. It's enclosed, but I wouldn't consider it basement space, no. The area where that circular stair is, is basement. Underneath the porch is not.
Okay. Anyone else?
It's livable space down there, though?
Yes.
And where the circular staircase is livable.
Okay. Is there a bedroom going down there?
No.
Bedrooms are still going to remain in the upstairs?
Yes, there's 2 bedrooms on the second floor, and there will be generating another bedroom on the first floor, on the main floor.
There are 2 floors and a basement?
Correct.
Okay, I got it.
Well, it's not. The second floor is within the roof because it's a cape. So it's not a colonial where you have 2 floors plus a roof. It's a cape, so the second floor is within the roof lines.
I can't help but notice the Thomas the Tank Engine layout in the photograph. I assume that's not yours, correct?
Actually,
My grandsons come from that.
oh, the table
The table,
with the yes. I built a table a few
He built
years
the
ago,
table for them.
and they still go down there.
That's great.
And play with the wooden trains.
All right, anyone else? Okay, do you have anything else you want to add? No? Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I've already asked this, but is there anyone in the audience who wants to speak in addition? No? No one else there, so I guess not. All right, gentlemen, what do you think? Anyone have an issue?
I do not have an issue, no.
Okay, no? All right, then somebody make a motion, please. Anyone?
All right, I'll try it. I'd like to make a motion to approve the petition of Dennis and Gail Purinton of Granbury, Connecticut, for the dimensional variance to construct a proposed addition off the rear of their house. The house now is a cape that has some inadequate stairs and mobility from floor to floor, and the applicants are requested to add a larger addition that's going to provide better egress for them in the form of an elevator, as well as an elevator in the back. There are some stairs in the front, and some additional living space. The proposed addition is going to be located in the area of an existing porch. The side yard is about the same, within an inch or so, about 5.2 feet, and the proposed addition is going out farther than the existing porch, and they're changing the backyard setback from 22.4 feet to 14.8 feet. There has been testimony from a neighbor who has no objection to it, as well as their daughter, which has resoundingly said yes. And the proposed drawings are dated April of 2019 from Pinch Land Surveying that identifies the footprint of the building. And there are also some floor plans that are identifying the proposed addition floor plans and the plot plan, as well as some elevations. This is a dimensional variance because they're getting closer to a sideline than permitted in the residential neighborhood. We found that the hardship from which the applicant seeks relief is due, it's not really due to the unique characteristic of the land or structure, but it is to make use, the hardship is to make better use of the building, and is going to give them greater mobility in the home. We find that it is no result of any prior action of the applicant, and it does not result primarily from the applicant wanting to have a greater financial gain. And we find that requesting this will not alter the general character of the surrounding area. It will not impair the intent or purpose of our zoning ordinance or the comprehensive plan from which this is based, because it is only a few more feet than existing. This is the least relief necessary based on the floor plan provided is to utilize the space for an additional bathroom and elevator. And we find that the hardship suffered by the owner, if they were not granted this dimensional variance, would be more than a mere inconvenience, because, as stated, this is not sort of an egregious addition that is going to compromise the neighborhood. With that, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
And Mr. Cagnetta, do those findings also apply to the lot coverage variance, or is there anything else you want to state separately on that? I know it's more or less the same with the setbacks and the lot coverage.
Yes. Sorry about that. So, yes, the findings of fact would apply also to the lot coverage. It does exceed the 25% maximum, and they're asking for 43%. The proposed addition relative to the existing porch and is less than twice the size, so it seems that the building was already kind of pushing it when it came to lot coverage. Yes, with that, I'd like to make the motion to approve.
Motion made by Mr. Cagnetta. Would someone second it? Second. Okay, second by Mr. Bernardo. Discussion. Anyone? Anyone have an issue? All right, if not, let's vote. Okay. Mr. Cagnetta.
Aye.
Mr. Bernardo. Aye. Mr. Daniels. Aye. Mr. Rosen. Aye. Mr. Jerzak. Aye. Motion passes. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
All right? All right. Okay. I think we need, let me just get that. Would someone make a motion to confirm the minutes last meeting?
December 18th, 2019, I'd like to approve those minutes.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. It passes, okay. Did you have something, Amy?
I do have a few items. I'm sorry. I'll try to keep it brief because I know we're all excited about an early night, me included. And I'll just ask your consent to add the following items to the agenda for discussion. Decision regarding Hooper zoning appeal, status of Garrett Homes zoning appeal, and upcoming land use training offered by GrowSmart Rhode Island.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So Hooper, the Superior Court recently upheld the board's decision in that matter. That was the objector appeal to the 650 Succotash Road property, Perry Rasso's redevelopment of the old marina, the parking lot. So the board's grant of a variance for parking was upheld. We'll have to see if the objectors will seek further review by the Supreme Court, which would be on a discretionary basis. We'll see if that's the end of the story on that one. You know, Mr. Rasso had proceeded to preliminary plan review for the major land development as that appeal was pending, so he took his chances on that. Okay. Garrett Homes, which is the pending, recently filed zoning appeal regarding the board's denial of the special use permit for the number is escaping me, the proposed dollar store on Tower Hill Road. Kingstown Road, yes. The appellant's attorney has requested that the matter has formally moved the Superior Court to remand the matter to the zoning board for a new decision, for a decision containing legal findings and conclusions sufficient to enable judicial review. That's an unusual request, but not an inappropriate one. Usually what we would see is It would take some time, a year and a half longer potentially, to, be briefed and receive a decision from the Superior Court. And after all that, the decision would be send it back to the zoning board. The applicant's attorney is saying, this is a developer that wants to see it move as quickly as possible. I personally have no objection to sending it back, and what I would do is prepare a decision, come to the meeting with a decision prepared, circulated in advance, can be edited, obviously, by you, but then would be voted and would effectively replace the decision. I believe it was your motion, Rob, on that one. And I need to start doing that more often. So in the future, when we, somewhat have a sense that it's something that could be appealed, I will ask you to simply make a vote directing me to prepare a decision consistent with your decision.
Yeah, we've done that a few times in the past, and I think not with the present board, but I remember we did it with...
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
Bolder than I should.
Yeah, so, well...
Okay, well, Amy, so tell us what that... Now,
I am waiting to hear back from his attorney, and we have tentatively discussed putting it on the agenda in March, and Jess informs me that the newspaper deadline is this Friday. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. If it is March, I will need to make sure that everyone who voted on the original decision will be here in March.
what about, did he vote on it?
Okay,
On.
we'll check on that.
So what would happen if there was only 5 that night?
What do you do with that?
Then we'd have to, let me talk about that, because
Okay.
I know that they want to avoid delay, but we also
But
want to
if we have all of the members who vote on it here, then, do we have to hear evidence again?
No, it would simply be for adoption of a new decision prepared by
Okay,
legal.
so all we would do is we would come and we would bring it up, and we would go through it, go through the decision, and then we would have another vote to adopt your...
Yes, yes. The last matter that was judicially remanded was, I believe the parties were Kochi and Fantel, and that was so many years ago that the entire membership of the board had changed since the original decision. We were able, and credit to the parties, we worked that out, so we didn't have to do a whole new hearing.
Yep.
So, yes.
Wouldn't that be to their detriment to have you write it sort of better than I?
So,
Think, right?
we're not putting this in executive session. That's up to them. I have no issue with it because, either we can do it now or and that was a decision where I could see the court kind of going either way. But one thing that is common with the Superior Court is they'll say, send it back so I don't have to do work scouring the record to figure out what you meant.
Right.
So,
So we don't have to do anything now, though?
no, this is just a heads up.
Okay, fine.
And I should have that. It saves them time because what would typically happen, and again, this is the first, usually the zoning appeals are taken by the attorneys who represent the applicant before the board. This particular attorney happens to be an appellate specialist, and the usual course is a zoning appeal will be filed in the Superior Court. Both parties will submit briefs. It will be assigned to a judge for decision. Depending on the judge you get, it could be a quick decision. You could be, they could be sitting on it for a year. It kind of goes in a black box, right? We're not calling the judge up every week. Where's the decision? We try not to do that. So it saves them time because instead of waiting a year for a decision that says go back to the zoning board, we would be ending up with a decision that both parties agree is ready for the Superior Court's review on the merits. Yeah.
Okay. What else, Amy?
The final item is I will ask Jess to circulate info. Some of you may be interested in attending. You've previously might have heard about those the land use training seminars that Grow Smart offers. I know Andy from our office has taught those down here and in other parts of the state. They are moving to a full day training, I think, versus, different days throughout the year. And it happens to be scheduled for Saturday, March 14th, I believe, to take place at Rhode Island College. So I will ask Jess to circulate that info.
I think she's done it already, because I
Oh, okay.
signed up already.
Then if you've seen it, then I guess the rest of you will have seen it. I want to make sure it's, yeah. And I think that's it from my end. I do have cookies.
Oh, well, there you go. Huh? All right, anything else?
As a matter of
We are.
Well, we need to make sure that all discussions are on the record.
Online.
So I have no, we can add items to the agenda for discussion, but if we're communicating as a board, it needs to be, it doesn't need to be, and one thing I could have said to Mary Ellen was that we don't need a stenographic recording of this part of the meeting, but as far as the meeting being live streamed, yeah, we need to make sure when we're discussing zoning board business, it takes place during the meeting.
We can eat cookies.
But the cookies can be done off the record.
Where, John?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, is there anything else? Do we need, before the motion to adjourn, who's coming the next meeting, or who's not coming? Is everyone here? Everyone's here? Okay.
Everyone is here, so I'm going to follow Bill because I didn't know he wasn't coming today to make sure that he's on board. So especially if we
Right. Mandatory, Bill. Okay. All right, will someone make a motion then? Make a motion to adjourn? Okay. You made a motion, someone second it? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, passes, adjourned. Now we can turn it off.